The question really becomes the following: Bitcoin or altcoins? If you're a degenerate, no good, filthy gambler, the choice is obvious. Bitcoin or end up in Gamblers Anonymous. On the opposite end of the spectrum, no pun intended, if you're a calculated investor, you understand asymmetric upside at its fundamental level, you understand risk aversion and everything in between, well then perhaps you could have a hybrid approach. Maybe some Bitcoin, maybe some altcoins, and maybe you'll be all right. Perhaps you're level-headed enough to be able to dip your big fat toes into the proverbial sea of altcoins, because let's face it, that is where the majority of the money makes on a short-term basis. More on that later. Let's dive into this, but before we do, I'm Barixis and welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. I post my regular content every Wednesdays and Fridays, and I post YouTube shorts every single day. If you want to keep up, please subscribe, hit that little notification bell icon, and I promise you will not regret it. You may actually figure out why you probably should stay away from altcoins, and you may figure out that maybe a hybrid approach of Bitcoin and altcoins is the way I should do it. But you won't find out if you don't watch the video all the way through from beginning to end. All right, let's just get right into it. All right, first I want to discuss what I believe to be the golden playbook that will yield the highest probability of success. You know, many retail investors, I feel like they don't make it in this space. They lose all their money because they think crypto is just one big giant casino. If you want to gamble, go to Atlantic City. If you want to blindly follow an influencer, have fun being exit liquidity. But if you want to make it, you need to understand the environment you are putting your hard-earned money in. You need to understand what drives the crypto market. If you don't understand that at a fundamental level, you will always get wrecked. And then you'll cry later on social media, crypto's a freaking scam. Don't be that person. It's not that hard, but you need to understand the basic fundamental principles of the crypto markets. All right, here's the formula that may work until it doesn't. So you start off with Bitcoin or fiat, and then you transition into Bitcoin and altcoins, and then you transition back into Bitcoin or fiat. Very simple. Bitcoin to Bitcoin and alts to Bitcoin. That's it. Video's done. Thank you so much. I know this was a very short one, but that's all it is. I mean, anyways. No, but really, it is that simple. Now allow me to take a few minutes, or maybe a little longer than a few minutes, to elaborate on what I mean by this golden playbook. Crypto is a cyclical market. You must wrap your head around this if you want to have success in this space. There's two things you need to understand at a fundamental level: Bitcoin halving cycle and Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance, I've heard that before. Legend has it that the most annoying people in the crypto space always talk about Bitcoin dominance. I've been ignoring it, and well, damn, I guess I've been losing, so maybe I should probably listen to these people. Yes, Bitcoin dominance is one of the driving factors that determine the direction of where the altcoins are gonna go in the market. Bitcoin dominance goes up, altcoins go down. Bitcoin dominance goes down, altcoins go up. It is really that easy, but nobody wants to listen. More on that later. The crypto market is very similar to TradFi, or traditional finance. It has boom cycles and it has bust cycles. What are we in right now? As of November 21st, 2024, we are in a boom cycle. For all you degens out there, yes, that means number go up. Yes. The crypto or the Bitcoin cycles, I'll use the term synonymously, are typically 4-year cycles. So we had 2013, 2017, 2021, and now going into 2025. And they are preceded by the halving cycles. So 2012, 2016, 2020, and the one we had back in April 2024. Now, what is this Bitcoin dominance thing that I hear everybody talking about, and everybody just doesn't want to talk about it, and everybody just wants to pretend that it doesn't exist? Bitcoin dominance. I'll tell you. Bitcoin dominance is exactly what it sounds like. It's the overall market share of Bitcoin with respect to the entire crypto market. So if the entire crypto space is $1 trillion and that Bitcoin has a 50% dominance, guess what? That means $500 billion of market cap is attributed to Bitcoin. Very simple. Typically towards the end of the halving year into Q1 of the post-halving year, you'll see Bitcoin dominance probably peak. And this marks an ideal opportunity to rotate into quality altcoins. Not some $100,000 market cap piece of crap, not some $2 million market cap altcoin, no, quality altcoins. And the problem that many retail investors have that I alluded to earlier is the fact that they just completely neglect and pretend that Bitcoin dominance does not exist, without realizing that if we just take a step back and get out of our echo chambers and just stop thinking that number always has to go up, especially if you're 100% altcoins. Bitcoin dominance is so important. Like, look what happened back in March of this year. Things were going to the moon. Altcoins were flying. Why? Because Bitcoin dominance was still, it was high, but it wasn't like where it is now at 60%. So things were moving in tandem with Bitcoin. But then what happened as soon as Bitcoin dominance started to really go up throughout the year, throughout the rest of the year? Altcoins took a massive dump. If you want a therapy session on Bitcoin dominance, you really want to understand Bitcoin dominance at its core, go seek out my boy, Dr. Benjamin Cohen, whatever. He is the Bitcoin dominance high priest. Anything you want to know about Bitcoin dominance, he has been preaching that Bitcoin dominance is going to peak at maybe at least 60% since 2021. The amount of hate that this man received is unprecedented. And turns out, my boy Benjamin was right. Bitcoin dominance hit 60% and I think it's about 62% at this point. It's crazy. So as I said, as Bitcoin dominance is starting to peak at the end of the halving year, going into the post-halving year Q1, that's when you probably want to start rotating into altcoins. But when Bitcoin dominance has crashed and it's at its low and we're at the end of the bull market, that is when you want to rotate out of those quality altcoins, either put it into Bitcoin or put it into fiat. I'd go with the latter. Why would I rotate my altcoins that have outperformed Bitcoin by an incredible margin and put it into Bitcoin where Bitcoin has just been lagging? That makes absolutely no sense. The reason why so many investors get completely wrecked by the end of the cycle is because, yes, Bitcoin dominance, by the end of every bull market is probably in the 30s, 40s, very low. But guess what? What goes down must come up. It is a boom and bust cycle, and the same can be said about Bitcoin dominance. So yes, when your altcoins have done a 10, 20, 30, 50, 100x, and Bitcoin's only done maybe a 2, 3, 5, 6x, guess what? Over a long enough time horizon, if you zoom out of the chart, you're gonna see that every asset, every crypto that is denominated in Bitcoin, not USD, in Bitcoin, is trending to zero. I don't care if we're talking about Solana, XRP, Cardano, Avalanche, Chainlink, I don't care what the hell it is. Even Ethereum, the #2 crypto in the world, the chart is pathetic. Everything denominated in Bitcoin over a long enough time horizon is trending to zero. So Bitcoin go up, altcoins go down. It doesn't matter what it is. That's why when you've made all of your gains by the end of the bull market, you want to rotate those funds either into fiat or into Bitcoin. Do not hold through the bear market. Do not hold those altcoins. Well, you know what? I mean, it's fine. It'll bounce back. There are so many coins like XRP. XRP remained at 50 cents for 7 years, almost 2 full cycles. XRP didn't do a damn thing. And look what Bitcoin's done. So don't get sucked into the idea that everything is going to recover in the same way that Bitcoin recovers. Bitcoin is an entirely different beast. Bitcoin leads the market. As we enter the next bear market, so at the end of 2025, going into maybe 2026, who knows? Like I said, it works until it doesn't. Bitcoin dominance will slowly start to grind up and grind up. It will be very slow. It will be so slow to the point where you think, this is like, why does this metric even matter? But I promise you, if you zoom out over a long enough time horizon, 2, 3, 4 years, look at my boy Benjamin. Like I said, he received so much hate because it was such a slow grind and people couldn't even fathom. Bitcoin dominance is at like 30% right now. How the hell is it going to 60? This guy's on crack. And look where we are now. He is doing a victory lap. He's been doing a victory lap for the last 2 months because he has been nothing but right. So remember, do not forget to rotate out of those altcoins. So only by understanding the Bitcoin halving cycle and Bitcoin dominance will you be able to gamify the system in a way that will yield you the highest probability of success. There you have it, folks. The golden playbook explained as succinctly as humanly possible without making this a 2-hour, 3-hour long video. Here is a compressed and actionable summary of what I talked about with respect to Bitcoin dominance, the cycles, altcoins, Bitcoin, all that fun stuff. Number 1, you're in a bear market. You want to be 100% Bitcoin. No ifs, ands, or buts. Then you have the pre-halving year. So in this case, that was 2023. And the halving year, in this case, 2024, the year we're in right now. You don't need to be 100% Bitcoin. It'd be advisable, but you don't need to be that heavy Bitcoin. You can be maybe 80% Bitcoin, 20% alts. 70% Bitcoin, 30% alts, 60% Bitcoin, 40% alts. Again, it all depends on your risk tolerance. Then you have Q4 of the halving year, so September to December, Q4 of 2024, and then Q1 of the bull market year. In this case, it would be 2025, Q1, January to March. That is when Bitcoin dominance typically peaks, and then you can start the big rotation. Rotating that Bitcoin or rotating that fiat into quality altcoins. Emphasis on quality. Not pieces of crap. You're not going to the Solana meme coin casino. You're not going to the Ethereum. Does Ethereum even have a casino anymore? Based on Ethereum's chart, I mean, it ain't looking too hot, but there will be no Ethereum slander on this channel, I promise. I can't keep that promise, y'all. Anyways, I digress. And at the end of the bull market, so the end, in this case, 2025, you want to be completely out of altcoins and you want to be in Bitcoin or fiat. This is a Pareto optimal approach that works for me, that will yield me the highest probability of success. I want to make it unequivocally clear that everybody has to have their own strategy. Because at the end of the day, in the open market, a thesis works until it doesn't. How many of you have a strategy that works for you, that's been working for you for more than one cycle, so at least 2 cycles? Let me know down below in the comment section. And how many of you have entered the space and you don't have a goddamn idea what the hell I'm talking about? You don't have a goddamn plan, you have no idea what you're doing, you're just gonna wing it and you're hoping for the best. God rest your soul. All right, y'all, as always, I thank you all for yet another opportunity to share my thoughts and my insights. I greatly appreciate it. Believe me, I really do. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to the next one. EK out.